What's up, guys? Time to show off Ron Kelly's mystery build. So this is build number 3 of 5 in a series of 5 dials with this orange dial. This is the Hind D3. The 3 is the third of the 4 dials that I did. Did 5 each. This is number 3. I've got one as a prototype. Mr. Cullen's got one. I think Troy Newcomb has build number 1. Sean has build number 2. And Ron will have build number 3. So, orange dial. I did an orange cerakoted 100 case with a matching crown. Did a white small coin with an orange scandi insert. It has your hour reference and your minute reference going all the way around. This has one of my custom Hind D3 dials. Hard to see, but in the very back of the chopper has a BVW in there. Also, we've got a in Russian along the bottom, it says made in the USA. So this is a 2416B movement. So you've got your date window on the side here. I happen to have one set, and I'd never used them before, of like a pilot style hand that have black base and orange pointers on there, and had one of these orange seconds hands. And I thought, I've never done one of those. I've done one in blue, I believe. So I thought that would be very cool. Has the 3 of 5 down here engraved in the bottom. Large window exhibition case back. It has one of my custom rotors in it. I thought I should put it in there. I only have a couple of those left. Can't get these rotors anymore. At least right now I can't. And then from an angle, the chopper is also laser engraved in that. And a 3 of 5. It's just a little tough to see, but I promise you, it's there. Now you can see it. Removable bund on this. If you are not into bund straps, but it is super soft and these are super expensive. This white leather with orange painted sides, orange stitching. It's an Italian leather. This is a bit expensive, takes a long time for me to get, and I did them specifically for some of the Hind builds. And then you have an orange cerakoted preview buckle to match the case. So orange case, crown, and buckle. White insert. This is an anodized aluminum. And then we have our nice hands there. I had these dials made probably 3 years ago. They took a very long time to get. I was trying to launch it as something, extra special, but they came so late that I rolled out other things. And only a few people have ever got any of these Hind D builds. These dials were pretty expensive. I do them all in Cerakote. The leathers I put them on them are the best I can. Lots of extra lasering goes into them. Custom boxes go into them. So these run in a sale directly. Most of the time, these are the most expensive builds that I put out. So mitigated costs on them a little bit, just because I bought them so long ago, I don't feel the impact of it anymore. But when I was selling them, I sold them for a little bit more than what that waffle ran for if everybody had spent $25 a spot. So it's as special of a build as I can give you, Ron. So I hope you love it, man. Bezel on these will turn left, they'll turn right just like any. I'd like to be able to put this on a little tighter, but I don't want to get into the Cerakote. I put the bezel on it the tension ring on it that goes for that case, and it's normally fairly tight. If I can find a way to pop it back off there, I'm going to put it on a little bit tighter, but you don't really want to dig into too much of the Cerakote and gouge it. So I will mess with it a little bit. That would be cool if I could pop it off, and it's not moving. I thought maybe I can get it to lift a little bit and get something under there and put a little bit more of a bend in there. But this one, you'll notice you've got your date wheel, and if you are unfamiliar with the date wheel, there is no quick date setting. These are just like any of the other watches that I put out. So there's no quick date setting, which is one of the reasons why I stopped doing watches that had a date window on there, because it's just, most people these days don't buy one watch and wear it every single day. They go through it and wear a watch as they want to, and then getting that date set can be awkward for them. So let's go over winding it and setting the date. So bund is very comfortable. You can just push it right down so it's not in your way. Back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind like any other watch. Winding it as a roll away from you. Rolling it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. We are at the right time frame, but we're going to get into adjusting the date. So you're going to pull it to the one and only click. Now you can set your time. So right now we are at 3, and today I think is the 12th. So we're going to wind it around until this advances. So it should be decently close to 12. I got to set the hands pretty quick with this thing. Okay, so about 5 minutes before. You're going to take it back to 8. Now you're going to notice as you're going back, the 4 goes up in the air a little bit, and then it drops back down. At the point when it drops back down, you can advance it back up, but so that this does not get knocked off of the hour wheel, got to get the cats out of here. They don't need to come visit. I just go ahead and back to 8 because it's just a simple spin. But you can knock this hour wheel off track. So you advance back up. It goes to 5. Drop back down. So it's relatively easy to do. If you would ever notice you've advanced it, but it didn't advance, you'll want to spin it 24-hour. The times that I have done these where it didn't move and it made a click noise but it didn't advance, if you go back and forth and do it again, it won't advance, and it often does not click, and it's off of like the balance wheel. So, but if that ever happened to you, which it's only happened a couple times that I've ever known, but for those 2 people, had they just advanced it for the 24 hours, it'll put it back on track, and then they could have gone forward again. So, okay, Google, what's today's date?
It's Monday, February 12th, 2024.
Okay. Okay, Google, what time is it? 10:55 a.m. Same as before, you're just going to push this over and wind it down. Star engraved crown. I don't know that I went over that, but star engraved crown. As with every belt, you're going to get matching beads. And this is going to come in a special edition Hind D3 box done in orange. It's going to come with watch foamer. This is good on all glass and metal parts. Everything here in the center. Non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue. As well as a BVW microfiber. You also get leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft, though you'll probably never ever have to worry about it with this strap. But if you would ever need to use it, apply on the front and the back, let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. And then lastly, you can scratch the acrylic glass, but if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it. This is Fine Scratch Remover. It's Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a poly watch, and it has a matching microfiber. If you get a scratch up and down, put a tiny bit on this, buff it out using this. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right, fill in the scratch. And then haze it and buff it out. If it's still there, wait a little bit, let that stuff solidify, and go back into it. That is your build, sir. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you so much for your support. And I hope you like your Hind D3 build number 3 of 5. Technically there's 6 because I have one. But it's called the prototype, right? So I had one each made. So essentially there's 6, but it's just 3 of 5. No one can get mine. So, but that's it, buddy. Appreciate you, man. If you want me to build you guys something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, so I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.